Hello, friends. I'm home. Feel like I'm teleporting. My bottom lip got absolutely fried in Hawaii, so no comments. No comments about my lip. It's funny, I knew like immediately. Someone messaged me yesterday and they're like, your lips are so big. I'm like, sorry a girl gets sunburned, okay? Alrighty. How's everybody doing? Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Who are we rooting for? I want the Seahawks to win because I have a friend that likes them. Well, my friend's husband likes them. So I want them to win for them. And her boys like them. They're like huge Seahawks fans. Well, I actually have a lot of Seahawks fan friends. So we're going to root for them. But I really don't care. And I also don't keep up with football at all. And this is our fit. We're just doing jean shorts and a white t-shirt because we got home from vacation yesterday. Not all my clothes are dirty. A lot of my clothes are dirty. And I just couldn't be bothered today. And it's supposed to be really hot today. I think it's supposed to be like in the 80s today in San Diego. Before it starts cooling down. So I want to take full advantage of this hot, nice weather before we're back in jeans and sweatsets. Yeah, San Diego doesn't have a team anymore. We had the Chargers and then they left us for LA. So we don't have a team either. But before, I guess when I was growing up, we watched the Chargers a lot. Yeah, actually, as I say this out loud, I'm like, my parents were huge Charger fans. But since they left, not really. Try to pin this in the comments. Okay, there. Like I said, my lip is so sunburned. From Hawaii, we got home yesterday. We had so much fun. It was so insanely beautiful. I didn't go live as much as I was wanting to. It was like, you know how it is. Like those trips are just like get up and go. And then the time change was really hard, because we are 2 hours behind, I want to say. Right? 2 hours behind? Yeah. I think so. I don't know. Who knows anymore? Either way, it was just hard to go live and all the things. But I'm glad I went live at least once. And I showed you guys the new primer. I'm wearing it right now. I'm hooked. I am obsessed with how poreless it makes my skin. And I also really love the feel of it. It doesn't feel like anything is on your face. Today I'm wearing both of these. I'm wearing the Illuminizing Primer and I'm wearing the new Matte Primer. I think this is going to be my new primer combo. I love how hydrating this is and then how glass skin this makes my skin. And then I am absolutely obsessed with how the foundation looks on top of this. So the new primer is available. You guys will be in love, even if you have dry skin. This will not dry out your skin either. It's like a super soft, silicone. It feels so good on your face. And then for coverage today, we're going to mix the BB Tinted Moisturizer with our Serum Plus Foundation. I haven't been wearing full coverage foundation at all. I wore it the first day we were in Hawaii. And then after that, like I said, it was very much go, go, go. So I basically just wore my BB Tinted Moisturizer, rubbed it in my face, and we were out the door. I didn't even really wear contour or anything the whole time I'm there, which was nice. A nice little break. However, every time I do that, my lips, I have super sensitive lips, so does my son. And I get these fever blisters so easy, especially if my lips get sunburned. And of course my lips got sunburned the last day we were there. Yay! Love the face mask, so good. We did launch a new face mask. We launched a new anti-aging hydrating oil, and then we launched a new primer, and we launched all new concealers. And I have been using the concealers. I think I settled on which color I like the best. I've been using the color 3.5N. which I did not see coming. I've been using 3.5N. I pretty much used that the whole time I was in Hawaii. I loved how like lightweight the concealer looked. Like it didn't look like I had any concealer on, which for me, I'm actually shocked that I'm saying that out loud because you guys know I love my full coverage, but on those beach days, I didn't want to look like I was wearing full coverage makeup, but I still wanted like that little bit of confidence, like with discoloration and stuff like that. So we're going to use that color again today because I think that's going to be my color. I do have all of the concealer colors, and now that I'm home, I can work on getting a swatch video for you guys of all the colors together. But I have been able to play around with them the whole time I was in Hawaii. I took like all of the colors that I thought would be mine. So go ahead and say new concealer color match if you need help picking out your color, or just let me know what color you are in the old formula concealer, or any of that. Like, just let me know really any information and I can help you figure out what your color is for the new concealer. I'm going to put the foundation up and over my lips. I know it's going to look crazy for a little bit, but the reason that I'm doing that is because it's going to help my my lip products not like seep into my lips really harshly. Because like I said, my lips got so fried when I was in Hawaii and I get fever blisters really easily. So that's a little trick to, one, get your lipstick to last longer on your lips. So if you have like oily lips, or if you find that like your just lipsticks and stuff just fade really quickly, that's an easy little hack for you. The new concealer and the new primer are very impressive. The new concealer, I will say, if you have fine lines, wrinkles, or if you have trouble with your concealer creasing, or you don't like how thick our previous concealer is, you will love the new concealer. If you're like me and you love a full coverage concealer, then you might either want to mix the two together, or use the old concealer. Yes, we're gonna go to our friend's house, watch Super Bowl. Ryan's making some buffalo chicken dip, and we're just gonna go and hang out with our friends, watch the game. We got home yesterday and unpacked everything. So all of that unpacking's done. I'm doing laundry now. We got our house clean while we were gone, so it was super nice to just like come back to life. Okay, I'm gonna do 3.5N for my concealer. Like I said, I've been using this color when I was in Hawaii and I really liked the color. I feel like it's the most similar to lace. It's still more brightening than lace is and was. So I do love that aspect of it. Like, it is a more brightening concealer. You do, however, want to make sure that you wait for this concealer to get tacky. But yeah, this is 3.5N. Yeah, we had such a good vacation. Thank you guys so much. It was so nice. We went with Ryan's whole family, and it was really, really nice. The weather was, we got so lucky, you guys. Like, from now until like 10 or 12 days, Hawaii is like going to be raining. And so we got like the last pocket of sunshine when we were there. So that was really, really cool. Thank goodness. It rained the day we got there, but besides that, that was it. Okay, something that I will say about this concealer is it like makes your pores like vanish. Like, it has so many really good nourishing ingredients in here. I will say, however, if you're trying to hide a very deep dark circle, you're going to want to layer your concealer like I'm going to do here in a second. But if you don't really have like a ton of dark circles or like dark under eyes, but you just want that like really fresh, bright looking under eye, you will love this concealer. And like I said, I'm wearing it in the color 3.5N. And then obviously, like, the higher the number goes, the darker the concealer. And then N is neutral, W is warm, and C is cool. And I feel like I liked the N for neutral better on my skin tone, for whatever reason. And then totally optional, you don't have to do this step, but I love a good full coverage under eye. I'm going to go in, oops, I forgot to blend that out. I'm going to go in with my concealer in the shade Lace to layer on top. Like I said, totally optional. You don't have to wear two concealers. I just love how brightening the new concealer is, and I love how thick coverage the old concealer is. So totally personal preference on which concealer you use. So that's for me, the routine that I've been loving. And it's actually very common to normally wear a brightening concealer and then a full coverage concealer. Almost all of the main or like the big influencers, makeup, like beauty influencers that I follow, almost all of them wear 2 concealers. They wear a brightening concealer and a full coverage concealer. Again, you don't have to if you want to, but I'm going to because I love it. I feel like my under eyes have been looking so much more brighter. My concealer has not been creasing. And then you notice how I did the new concealer first. It's because the new concealer actually is packed with really, really, really nourishing ingredients that help to prevent creasing. So the main aspect of this new concealer is the fact that it doesn't crease. So I think that's pretty dang cool. And it's a skincare first concealer. Hello, I ordered the new concealer. I'm a little nervous. I got used to the other one, found out it worked best. Yeah, for sure. I think that if you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles, you're going to love the new concealer. Everyone I've talked to that have tried it, they just can't help but love it because it doesn't crease, because it's super like a thinner texture. The only people that I've heard anything, and I don't even want to say it's negative, but semi-negative about it, like myself, is that it's not as full coverage as the previous concealer, but truly like not a big deal. I have the name saved on my Instagram. I have a whole nail highlight. So if you go to my Instagram, my name there is Rhea Hope. I have a whole nail highlight that save all my nail colors, and I write the names out for you guys. And I tell you like how many coats and stuff like that. I'm like weird like that too. Like if I see nails that I like, I'm like, I want to know the exact color. I don't want to know like, oh, I did a light pink. Like I need to know. Yes, the new concealer is going to be the best option for mature skin, fine lines, wrinkles. If you don't love a thick, heavy coverage for your concealer, if you answered yes to any of those things, you're going to like the new concealer. Or if you tried the old concealer and you didn't like it because you thought it was too thick, or if it creased a lot on you, or you thought you didn't like the texture of it, you'll like the new concealer. They're very polar opposite in almost all ways. I'm going to do kind of a bronzy, fresh look. I'm going to wear my hair straight. I have just like a t-shirt and jeans on. I just really want to look really like fresh today. So we're just going to do our makeup kind of on the bronzier side. Yes, we got back from Hawaii last night. We only went I think we were there for 5 days, which was a really good amount of time. And we had so much fun. We saw waterfalls. We went to a ton of beaches, saw some turtles, had some ahi tuna on the beach, some like poke bowls. We had a really good time. The hotel was really nice. We ended up staying at Kaloa Landing, which was a good one for kids. They had like slides and things like that. We stayed in, I think it was Koloa, that area on Kauai, which I will say, I felt like we did have to drive like on the other side of the island for like most of the stuff we wanted to do. So if I were to go back to Kauai, I would probably stay in Wailea or Lihu. Again, I'm probably butchering these names, but yeah. And I know I'm so sorry. I'm very, very behind on all of my emails, all of my messages. I haven't checked anything but my Instagram DMs in like 4 days. So if you have been messaging me or waiting on my response, I will message you back probably tomorrow. Today's laundry day. Laundry and just decompressing after our trip. Yeah, isn't that so funny? So Dawn says, Mom and I ordered the new concealer. I used it today. I didn't think I was going to love it. However, I did. It's bomb and the primer is amazing and smells so good. I'm a happy camper. That's how like everybody, like that's what everyone's saying. Yes, we stayed in like on the Poipu side. Which besides like just that one beach, I felt like most of everything was on the other side of the island. Just again, my personal preference. I probably would stay over there if we went back. Which this was the first time actually I've been to Hawaii where I felt like there was more I wanted to see and more I wanted to do. We just didn't have the time. So that was exciting. So I definitely would go back to Kauai. I hope to go back to Kauai to do everything else, but it was super fun. Yes, perfect. I will message you back as soon as I can. If it's a color matching question, sorry, I feel like I had a fuzzy somewhere. If it's a color matching question, just write it in the comments while I'm live and I can answer you now. Oh yeah, that's where we were. How do you say it? Koloa? So it's kind of funny. So the hotel that we stayed at won best pool in America. They paid somebody. It was a very nice pool, but definitely was like the best in America. There was like, I mean, this sounds kind of like rude, but there was just nothing like special about it. It was kind of funny. Everyone around the pool was like, I don't know if I'd call this the best pool in America. Kind of funny. Sorry guys, I have like I can feel it somewhere. I have a fuzz and it's tickling me. This never happened to you guys where you're like an invisible itch? I don't know. It's like the first time I actually can't see anything, but I feel it. Okay, whatever. What color were you in the previous concealer, Andrea? My nail color I have saved on my Instagram highlight under nails. Okay, we are ready for setting our makeup. Just always make sure to press in everything. If you were the shade Tulle in the former concealer, you would want the color 1.5C in the new concealer. For a contour, I did the shade Chocolate Souffle, and then for blush, I did the shade Cinnamon Latte. For my blush, just to create this like kind of more bronzy look. And then now we're gonna go in with a setting powder to make sure all this stays in place all day long. Just like so. Of course. Yeah, if anyone has any other questions about color matching, if you're not sure what color concealer you are, just holler out in the comments and I can let you know. And then, as I mentioned, I am behind on my DMs and my messages. So if you've messaged me, I apologize. I will try to get back to you guys tomorrow. But definitely, if you guys haven't grabbed the new primer, I would absolutely grab that today. If you haven't yet, the new primer, I told you guys I was going to give you a review on it. I've been wearing it all week in Hawaii and it's incredible. Not only do I feel like it makes my foundation sit on my face better, like look fuller coverage and softer, like more skin-like, but it doesn't dry out my skin. And it also has a really nice, like kind of citrusy smell. There's no citrus in it, but it has like this citrusy feel fragrance to it. It smells really, really good. But it's really great. And then also I wanted to review it too because I'm very acne prone, and I'm very pleased with it so far. I break out pretty fast, like if my skin doesn't like something. So I will say I do like that the primer, like my skin seems to like it. So far so good. All right, now let's go in with our pressed powder in the shade Taffeta. And then for the new concealer, I wore the color 3.5N today, and I really love that one. I feel like it's very similar to Lace, but it's still like more brightening, which I love too. So we're just going in with our pressed powder in the shade Taffeta and just setting everywhere with this, making sure everything looks really soft, really blended, really even. This pressed powder too has shea butter and vitamin E infused in it. Who is everybody rooting for the Super Bowl? We're not big football fans in this house, but I'm hoping that the Seahawks win. I didn't realize it was in San Francisco either. That's kind of cool. All right, like I said, we're gonna go more bronzy with this look. So I'm gonna go in with a bronzer now and grab that on my sculpting brush, which this brush does all of the work for you. If you need a good powder bronzer brush, this one is so good. It like fits perfectly in that hollow. It's amazing. Yeah, the new concealer or the new primer does smell like very fresh. And then if you go to this website right here, I just wrote it in the comments for you, and type in primer, the link will just show up for you. Everything is free shipping. Everything you get 10% off on And then if you get any 3 items, you get a free lipstick. And if you get any 4 items, you get 20% off everything plus a free lipstick. So obviously shoot for 4 items when you're grabbing it. But if you're like, I just need the primer, you can grab it 10% off and free shipping alone. So definitely snag the primer. I feel like the primer is going to be the first and like biggest thing that you're going to see a huge difference in how good your makeup looks. Oh, very cool. All right, for blush, we're going to do this really pretty, I want to use this one. I'm going to use an old one. This is an old unique one. It's the shade Supple. Like I said, I want my skin to look like very bronzy today. So sorry you can't get this one. This blush, it's old. All right, highlight time. We're gonna go in with the shade Golden. Our trip was so nice, so relaxing. I ended up reading that Frida McFadden book called The Tenant. Have you guys read that yet? Oh, I know. I'm super excited for the commercials. I heard the commercials this year for the Super Bowl are supposed to be really good and really funny. So I read The Tenant when we were in Hawaii, like at the beach, and so good. Did not see that twist coming. If you guys need a good, like, fun thriller style book, it's called The Tenant, and it's by Frida McFadden. It wasn't like a long read either. Like, it wasn't like a huge chunky book. Go ahead and say other bronzer, and I could give you the link to the one I'm using. All right, for eyes, we're just going to take that same bronzer and pop this on the crease of our eye and kind of pop this all over. Yeah, the primer truly is a must-have. I have not been impressed with a primer in a very long time. Besides, I really liked this one. It was by a company called Milk Makeup, and it's the Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. Our primer is like almost identical to this, except more hydrating, it felt like. Oopsies. So if you've tried that primer, you're going to really like Uniques. And like I said, you get 10% off and free shipping on anything on my website. So definitely snag the new primer. Everything also has a love it guarantee. So if you don't love anything for any reason, you can always return for your money back. If you get any 3 things, you get a free lipstick with your order. If you get any 4 things, you get 20% off your entire order. So definitely shoot for 4 things. I'm going to take that that bronzer and just kind of stamp this underneath the eye as well. All of her books. Yes, I've read a couple of her books. Trying to think what other ones I've read. I think I've read 2 or 3 of her books. Next on my list is actually another book from her called, I think it's her brand new book, something Lies, Tell Me Lies or something like that. I do like her books because they're like an easy, fast read. You know what I mean? Like I don't have time to read gigantic books anymore. No Harry Potter books for me. Okay, bronzer on our eyes and for our contour, looking really bronzed. Let's do our lips because I'm so sick of looking at my weird looking lips today. We're going to go with a lip liner in the shade Polite. I put my foundation on my lips because my lips are so insanely dry and sunburned. So instead of my lip liner sitting on my lips, I want it to sit on the foundation. So I'm going to take this and we're just going to fill in our whole lip with the lip liner in the shade Polite. The author is Frida McFadden. And then the book I was talking about was The Tenant. Also on the flight to Hawaii, I watched the new Bridgerton. The first 4 episodes are out. It's cute. I liked it. I kind of like that they did the whole Cinderella-esque like idea. Oh, my lips are so sunburned. They feel so raw. I get like the worst sunburn on my lips so easily. That's why I always wear lipstick when I'm in the sun. It's the only thing that like keeps my lips from not frying. And of course, the last day I didn't. I just wore a lip gloss, which probably made it so much worse. It was like an SPF lip gloss, but did not work. Okay, I'm just gonna be gentle. Okay. Then let's go in with the lipstick in the shade Minted on top. Like, clearly my favorite. My lips are so sunburned. That's why my lips are so big. I said in the beginning of the live, so you must have just tuned in, but yes, my lips got absolutely fried in Hawaii. So they're swollen. I actually haven't gotten any lip filler done in like 2 years, almost 3. Or maybe like a year and a half. Or two and a half, sorry. All right, blending that in. I don't know of any plans with the new powder bronzer. I don't, unfortunately, no. I do like the one I have been using. It's not like my favorite that I've ever used, but I do really like it. Now I'm going to go with the lip gloss in the shade Luxe. And add some pinky vibes. And we're going to love this lip gloss on our dry sunburned lips. Hydration. I know. I'm actually really good at like keeping them not sunburned. But that last day got me. If I'm taffeta in or linen in the pressed powder, what shade of the new concealer? Ooh, that's a tough one. Because those are both neutral. So you probably want a neutral. So I would do the shade 3.5 N for your concealer. Feel you, girl. All right, I'm gonna go in with this setting spray to just add moisture to my lips and also to the rest of my face. This also has primer in it too, and it's going to help to hold everything in place even better as well. What do I put on my lips to heal them? I actually love Unique's lip mask. I wear that very religiously, so I would probably say that's the biggest thing that I do. So yes. All right, let's let this dry and then do our eyebrows so we don't forget, because I've been looking at myself, I'm like, what am I missing? And then I'm also going to add a little liner on the top waterline. It helps make your lashes look so full. And we forgot to sit on our mascaras, so we're going to do that really quick just to warm those up. Okay. All right, and then go in with our brow pencil. Yeah, our Hawaii trip was super fun. It was nice to just get away, see Kauai. I was actually surprised at like how different it felt than the other islands. Like it was much more like, not rainforesty like Maui, but it was very, very green, but more like forest. Yeah, so we're gonna watch the Super Bowl. We're gonna go over to our friend's house. Ryan's making some buffalo chicken dip for us. Go have some food, watch the game. Let the kids play. Doing laundry today. So glad that the kids don't have school tomorrow. It's like much needed after coming home from vacation. Yeah, the lip mask is amazing. Amazing, amazing. And it just didn't help that I got like sunburn on my lips and then we were on an airplane where it's like so dry, you know? So my lips are just like crying for hydration, which they're loving the gloss. All right, just filling in our brows with this brow pencil. I love this brow pencil. It's in the shade Medium. And it's so nice and dainty. So good. I don't know if I have a favorite island. We have been to Oahu, Maui, and Kauai so far. Oh, nice. You made buffalo chicken dip too. So I would say probably Maui is so far my favorite, but I definitely want to go back to Kauai and see more of it. All right, using this brow gel. Yeah, the lip mask is probably one of the most underrated products on my website. It is so hydrating. It's way more hydrating than Laneige. It's actually very similar to Aquaphor, except it makes your lips look more glossy. Okay, brow pencil's on, which I love this brow pencil because it actually laminates the eyebrows, keeping them in place, but it also helps your brow hair to grow too, which is cool. So I did lip liner in Polite, lipstick in Minted, and then lip gloss in Luxe is on my lips. And if you want the link to my lips, go ahead and say lip kit, and I give you the link to all three things, plus you'll get a free gift. Now I'm going to take this eyeshadow. I've been doing this lately and I am hooked. It's a waterproof eyeshadow, and it's in the shade Perspicuous, and I've just been taking it on a liner brush like this and just stamping this on above the lashes, and it makes your lashes look so much more fuller and it makes your eyes look bluer. Yeah, the Beau Segal products are absolutely incredible. My hair is actually growing, which, by the way, he's actually doing a sale right now where everything is only $19. So less than 20 bucks. So if you do love his products, I would personally stock up. For 19 bucks, like, absolutely. And I'm talking like the treatments, $19, the shampoo, conditioner, everything on his website is $19, and the liters, like the big liters of the shampoo conditioner are 50% off. So here's my Beau Segal link. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I started using this new hairline called Beau Segal, and he has a 7-step hairline, and it is incredible for hair growth. Let me find my mascara I want to use. Okay, we're gonna go in first with our 4D, and then if you want to check out the hair link and you're not seeing it in the comments, just say hair. Yeah, so you guys have heard me mention his brand over the last like few months. I am absolutely in love with it. I do the full 8 steps. So before the shower, you're going to do a treatment. You leave that in for at least a minute, and then you do the shampoo and conditioner. I shampoo twice, condition once, get out, and then I will do there's a mist, a mousse, a healing clay, and an oil that you put in your hair after the shower. And then he has a texturizer that I'll spray in my hair before I blow dry it. And you guys, I cannot stop talking to everybody I know about it. Like, my hair truly feels thicker, healthier. I have not used a purple shampoo since starting to use his hairline. Like, it is incredible for hair growth, hair volume, hair texture. It's incredible. And everything on his website right now for a limited time is $19. And it's not like Launch where it's like they do a sale and then they mark everything else up. So you like really aren't, like, you're paying $50 in shipping. Like, that's how they get you. You know what I mean? I still love and use Launch. I'm just saying his sales are actually like a sale. So go and say hair. I'll give you the link. But it is definitely worth every single penny. I would grab the starter bundle. I wash my hair like one to 2 times a week. His dry shampoo also, by the way, is so good. His hairspray is really, really phenomenal as well. So definitely check that out. Say the word hair and I'll give you the link. But all right, going in with this mascara on top of the 4D. This one is called Quadra. This one's really great because it has it's a tubing mascara. So it creates little tubes around each lash, making them longer and fuller. Plus it has a patent pending, oh shoot. If you get mascara, leave it. It has a patent pending lash growth formula in it. I'm having a hard time finding all my new face primer. So the new primer, you can type in matte primer and it'll pop up, or the Bare You primer. Face spray, that's called the setting mist. The old eye primer, if it's on there, I would type in eye primer. It might be sold out because I haven't seen that one in a long time. That's an older product, but I can check for you. Brow gel, just type in brows and it would show up too. The brow gel, you're going to want in the shade light. They don't have blonde. You're going to want the shade light. All right, I'm just layering this out. Layering it on. When you're using the hairline, have you tried all the steps in order? Really can feel and see a difference with that too. Yes, go ahead and say product list. I'll give you the list of everything I used in today's tutorial. And then for the hair that I'm talking about, here's my link. I actually don't think you'll need to use code Rhea. I think if you just go to my link right here, you'll see the sale, which again, everything's marked down. I actually don't know when the sale is over. I read his text to me when I was on the airplane, so it might be soon. It might be a couple days. I'll have to double check, but I'll post on my Instagram story as soon as I know that info and let you guys know. Okay, going in with the Twisted mascara. And then I love this one because it has this itty bitty little wand, which is so good at reaching the harder to reach eyelashes. Like so. I thought I was going to be so exhausted today, but I actually woke up at 9 and I was feeling pretty good. For the Beau Segal line, since everything's only $19, I would grab as many products as you possibly can fit in your budget. I do the 8-step line, which I think is called the 8-step line on there. I would price check it, see if it's cheaper to buy them individual or buy them in the bundle. Yay, you got all your products. I feel like shipping was pretty fast recently. Okay. And then one last coat of Quadra, because why the heck not? Yeah, go ahead and say product list if you're wanting everything that I've used in today's tutorial. Go ahead and say color match if you need help picking out any of your products. Make sure you follow me over on Instagram and then check out the Instagram stories for details about the sale and then about just what's going on. I have my nail color saved on my nail highlight on my Instagram as well. And then if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me here on Facebook or Instagram. I'm a little bit faster answering on Instagram, if I'm being honest, just because the app is a little easier to navigate. So just if you haven't heard from me and you've been waiting, message me on Instagram. But here is my Beau Segal or the hair link. That's $19. And then here's where we're going to shop all of the makeup on Comigo, free shipping. And then you also are going to get 10% off and free shipping. And then as I mentioned, if you get any 4 things, you also get 20% off. The eye primer might be sold out. That's kind of an older product, so I'm not entirely sure that it's still around, but as soon as I get off my live, I will take a peek, but it should pop up if you type in eye primer. And then if you do get mascara anywhere, the tip or trick is to let it fully dry, and then you'll take like your eye or your brow pencil, and you could just very gently scratch it off. And then I'll usually take like my powder brush and touch up. That's it. Like it never happened. But there is our makeup look. So fresh. Exactly what I was going for. Just wanted like a very pretty bronzy look. You guys, I did not do anything to my hair besides blow dry it. I used his shampoo, conditioner, did the steps after the shower, and my hair is like so full, non-frizzy at all, and actually growing. Like growing so quickly, even my hairstylist is like, okay, your hair is actually growing, whatever you're doing, don't stop. So when your hairstylist notices, that's when you need to switch your hairline. So again, grab the hairline. It's only 19 bucks. And then let me know if I could be of any help to you guys. Also stay tuned for more fun things with Bo. I can't really say right now, but more exciting things are on the horizon. Hint, hint. All right. I love you guys. I will see you over on Instagram for the rest of the evening and the rest of the day. Go Seahawks. Love you. Bye.